back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you 3 drills you should do before your round. I've been doing this for the past, 3-4 weeks or so, and I've noticed my rounds have gotten so much better and so much more consistent. So hopefully these drills will help you out as well. I'm sure we've all been there. Some days something's not clicking at the beginning part of the round, then something happens halfway through the round, and then you throw amazingly. What these drills will do is hopefully provide you that consistency so it's clicking right from the beginning of the round. First, let's talk about why warm-ups are important before we start playing disc golf. First is the obvious, to avoid injury. Warming up increases your heart rate and therefore your blood flow. This enables more oxygen to reach your muscle. This equates usually to better performance. A warm-up also activates and primes the connection between your nerves and muscles, which improves the efficiency of our movement, once again equating to better performance. Also, with increased blood flow, this increases our body temperature, which helps the elasticity of our muscles. This improved elasticity will not only improve our range of motion, but it will also improve the rubber band effect when we throw that disc golf throw as far as we can. And believe it or not, a good disc golf warm-up will actually reduce the pain you may have after you play disc golf. I prefer to do dynamic movements in my warm-up as opposed to stay static stretches. The reason being, dynamic warm-ups require more thoughtful coordination in your movement, which is more like what we do in our disc golf game. Also, in order for our muscles to perform at their peak, they do need some tension. So a lot of times when we do that static stretch, it's actually going to eliminate some of that tension. Once again, referring to that rubber band effect. If you see a rubber band in real life and it's all stretched out, it doesn't snap so great and fly so far if you want to do that. Same thing with your body. So typically what we like to do is a dynamic warm-up prior to competition, which is our playing disc golf, and then static stretches to aid in recovery after our competition, which in this case, once again, would be disc golf. I'm not going to show you a dynamic warm-up in this video. There's plenty of great ones out there. If you want me to put one together for you on this channel, I'll be more than happy to, but I'm just going to show you the drills. So why is it important that we do drill work before our competition? Drills essentially provide the frequent repetition of a skill that's required for an athlete to progress through the stages of motion. That's just a really fancy way to say you're using a small picture item to master a skill. Drills are also great because you're not throwing a disc and having to run and pick it up, so you can get a lot of repetitions in a short period of time. Also, it's a little easier on the body, so you can get a lot of practice without getting tired. These drills also don't take a lot of time. Probably takes me about 2 minutes to go through these drills. Really, the repetitions vary depending on how I'm feeling. So let's go ahead and jump to the course so I can show you these drills and talk through it as I'm doing them. Okay, our first drill is a simple power pocket drill. All we're going to do is work in and out of our power pocket, as you see me doing here. This is a great drill because it's working on keeping my elbow up in my power pocket and also making sure I'm not pulling or yanking my arm as I'm going through the motion. Great things about drills is you get immediate feedback and you can correct it right away. That's what I'm doing here when I'm just kind of pulling through halfway, just making sure that elbow's up and I'm not yanking my arm. It's a great drill to work through all those motions. You can also work on your timing a little bit here. That's what I'm doing when I'm stopping. I'm just making sure my front foot is all the way down before I start my throwing motion. The amount of times I do this drill varies greatly depending on the day. Some days I only do 5 reps, some days I do 10. Here's the reverse view. My feet are staggered just like I would when I throw my disc golf throw. I'm also not going full speed. You'll also see me stopping and doing that pull down a couple of different times. That's just me working on different feelings so I can get the feelings I want before I start throwing. Okay, this next drill has 2 goals. Number 1, I'm working on my various angles, flat, Anheuser, hyzer, but I'm also working on my hip and shoulder separation. Here you just see me working on a flat angle. Once again, I'm not going full speed, just trying to feel the motion, get my body in the correct positions, and these are great because it gives you, once again, immediate feedback. You're also not throwing a disc right now, so you don't have to worry about the result. You can just worry about how it feels. Videoing your drills also works because you can see some flaws. I see some mistakes I'm making right now. And I'm just putting my foot down a couple of times so I feel my plant foot. That's all I'm doing there. You'll see in this drill me kind of taking a little step and turning a little bit and stopping. I'm just focusing on my hip-shoulder separation there, also how far I should step when I'm in my disc golf throw. Sometimes I step a little bit far. This drill is also great because it takes your arms out of the equation and really works on your shoulder turn. These drills are just part of what I do. I do a dynamic warm-up first, then I do these drills as needed, and then I start throwing some putters at various angles. Then I go miss a million putts at the practice putting area. then I start my round. Here's the front view of me doing this drill, working on various angles. Here I'm working on an Anheuser angle to finish it out. Before we go to our third drill and final drill, the follow the disc drill, this is a great drill because it keeps my arm loose so I don't muscle the disc. This also works on my footwork and my X step, getting those legs involved, and my timing. You'll see me just kind of finish it out a couple times. Once again, I am personally just right here working on the rubber band feeling in my upper back. Again, this drill is giving me immediate feedback. If something doesn't feel right, I can just stop and restart and do it over again. That's what's the nice thing about this drill here. And you can spend as little or as much time you need to get some good feelings out of these drills. Typically, I only spend like a minute or two just working through some feelings. You can also pick some different drills you want to do if you got to work on something different. But it's always good to do a couple of drills like this without the disc before you actually start throwing the disc. Once again, just to master that feeling, get that good repetition in before you start your round and go sling some D. Well, that's it. That's all I've got for today. Hopefully these drills help you out and make you feel more consistent like they did for me. You don't have to do all 3 drills. You can pick and choose what you want to do depending on how you feel that day. Sometimes I mix in some different PVC pipe drills also if I want to work on something special. Let me know in the comments what you tried and what you like best. And let me know what else you want me to break down. I'll give it my best. Once again, you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Peace.